Hi everybody, welcome. I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I've even got Lippy on. I found Lippy today on my computer desk. And I put some on this morning and my hubby was like, "You're wearing lipstick." And first day today, we could go and visit a friend in their garden, of course, socially distanced. So my husband said, "Did you put Lippy on to go and visit Roger and Rachel?" I was like, "No, I just put Lippy on." Anyway, I just spotted it again. I was like, "I'm going to put Lippy on for you lot." Spread the Lippy joy. Anyway, I thought I'd do something a little bit different today and basically allow you guys to ask me any question related to being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, to being a crafter, to being me. I know that's a little bit, you know, so I know some of you are curious, but, you know, keep it pleasant. But I thought, why not? Open it up. Open it up. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I released a little video earlier today. It was part of the Stamp Around the UK vlog hop. I have to be careful how I say that. Vlog hop. So I thought you guys have already seen me stamping today. So why don't I open it up and just see, because this is a really interesting time of year for me as a demonstrator, because we're just on the cusp of transitioning to the new catalogue. So there's a few little changes, well, a lot of changes about to happen, and this is the time of year where people start to think, there's a good offer on, shall I join? And you guys might have some questions around being a demonstrator, about selling products, not selling products, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd open it up. Right, I saw a question. The first question was, do I have an art background? Yes, kind of. So very briefly, my parents, my mother taught me to craft. So she taught me to knit when I was 6. She taught me how to crochet a little bit after that. I know for sure I knew how to crochet when I was 9, because I still have this little granny square that I crocheted. This was just, we lived in Nigeria, so I know that I started there, and I remember going to the market to buy wool for that granny square. So my mum taught me those skills. She also taught me tatting, which is a form of lace making. And then I was always interested in art. Dad taught me at home until I was 9, till we came back from Nigeria. And he particularly loved the art syllabus that we did. So he ordered in our schooling, if that makes sense. It was like a whole package that he could purchase, and then they supplied all the books and the workbooks and whatever, and he just delivered that to me and my sister. And I remember one of the books that we had was, each page was about a painting in the National Gallery. I think it was the National Gallery, and so for each painting there was like loads of information, so we would study each painting. And I remember him particularly enjoying that, and him passing that joy to me, really. And there are still paintings to this day that I remember, you know, learning about, like is it Turner's The Haywain, and there was one of a woman with this beautifully embroidered dress, and it took the artist like 30 years or something to paint this dress. Anyway, yes, I do have an art background. So then I went on to do art GCSE, then I went on to do art A levels, and then I went to university and studied theatre, film and television, but I also did a art history component within my degree. So yes. Right, second question was, what are the minimums? Is that the, let me just scroll back to make sure I've not missed out any other questions. Hi everybody. Yeah, I don't think I can go around saying hello to everybody, but you're all so welcome. Thank you for coming. You like my water smackdown technique. Fabulous. Do you have to sell so much a month to be a demonstrator? Okay, so Vanessa, So to become a demonstrator, all you need to do is join by spending £99, and you will be able to choose £130 of product for £99. Now, when you sign up to be a demonstrator, you will have to sign what's called an independent demonstrator agreement. And whenever people talk to me about signing up, I do encourage them just to read through it so that they understand what they're signing up to. Now, so even if you sign up and you say, oh, I'm only going to purchase for myself, it's still kind of important to understand I suppose, the ethos of the company, and also what you're generally allowed and allowed not to do. So, for example, as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you cannot just purchase an item from the catalogue and then put it on eBay for sale, for example. There are strict rules around that. So you can't do that. But if you're not a demonstrator, if you stop being a demonstrator, then it's different. You can sell things off on eBay that are current. But current product, you're not allowed to just kind of go, oh, I just fancy putting that on eBay. You cannot do that. So that's just one little rule that I can think of that might affect you if you become a demonstrator that's not particularly interested in selling. So in terms of the minimum question, Vanessa, it's a really good question. To remain a demonstrator, you need to sell approximately retail price about 200 and it depends on the exchange rate at the time, but it's around £280 every 3 months. So when I say sell, I mean also buy. So if you're just buying for yourself, that's fine. You need to order for yourself about £280 every 3 months. That's approximately £95 a month. Now, what you have to remember though is, because you will then be signed up as a demonstrator, you won't be paying £95 a month. You get a discount. Now, the discount gets banded about as 20%. 20%, you get a 20% discount. Now, I am always really honest with people and say that the fine print is it's 20% off the un-VAT'd price. There's a huge difference. Yeah? So if in the UK, the products already include the VAT price. So roughly, I would say, instead of getting 20% off, you get about 16% off. That's the first tier. Then if you sell about £1,500 worth of product within 12 months, you then get an extra 5% off. Okay, so there's a little incentive to try and get to a certain target by a certain amount of time. So you get that extra percentage, you get, you know, the 25%, which is then more like the 20% off. All right. But there are other perks. You end up then being part of this huge wider community of people who can help you if you're thinking of wanting to go down the line of selling Stampin' Up products to other people, or you just become part of a community of people who just really love the products, and so that opens up new avenues of relationships and friendships with people who perhaps you've never met before. So in short answer, yes, there is a minimum. However, there are no penalties. So you don't get penalised if you then decide, oh, I'll pop in an order, but actually I don't want to commit to spending that over, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. That's it for me, thank you. I've got enough product. Then Stampin' Up are not going to hound you and say, come on, you signed up, you need to be selling X amount by a certain date. That's not the way they work at all. So, yeah, short answer, yes, but it's not a negative thing. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Vanessa. I'm so enjoying your One Sheet Wonders. Oh, thank you, Jen. Wondered if you could do a whole page with Rooted in Nature. Jen, I'd love to do a whole page of Rooted in Nature. The only problem is I don't have it as a stamp set. The last time I used it, I borrowed it from the darling Kay Jones. So I might need to ask Kay, or does Esther have it? Does anyone who watches Esther's videos, do you know if she has Rooted in Nature? I could borrow it off Esther and try and do it, but I have done some, so I will try and root them out for you and put a link to that. Do you follow, are you on Artful Stampin Space? Who was it that asked the question? Jen. Right, let me just note that down. Rooted in Nature, because I have done some one sheet wonders with it. So if you've missed them, sorry about that, but I can try and get the links for you, Jen. Okay, next question. Rooted in Nature. I am trying to go through and make sure videos have been indexed and stuff. Sorry, I've got bugs flying around. It's moth season again. Oh, Kay says I can borrow it again. Oh, and oh, who's that? Caravan Crafter. Yes, you think she's got it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Esther owes me something, so Esther owes me some sets. She's still got my meadow, so that's fine. Can you join up any time or only now? No, you can join up any day of the year. Any day of the year. The reason why a lot of demonstrators are particularly talking about it right now is because Stampin' Up have given people who sign up in the month of June, but not just any time, sorry, from the 3rd of June to the 30th of June, you can earn something extra right now. So when you sign up, it's £99. You get £130 of product, but also you can choose a bundle, and I can't show you, but you can choose a bundle from the new catalogue. So if you go to page, Vanessa, you've got a catalogue, haven't you? So if you go to page 173 and look there to oh, I'm trying to think where else it is. Anywhere that it says a bundle, there's punch bundles as well. And it's just on a separate part. But you can choose either a die and stamp set bundle or a punch and stamp bundle. Yes, Honeybee, you're so right. Any bundle you want, I would suggest getting the most expensive one. Yes. Vanessa's in Australia, yes. And Vicky's in Australia, and she's going to lend me Rooted in Nature, she says. It'll probably take a month to get here. Yeah. So, yeah, so this month is a really good time to join. Now, if you are thinking, you know what, I don't want the hassle of joining, I don't want to do that. However, if you spend £200 from the 3rd of June to the 30th of June this month, normally you would earn £20 in what's called Stampin' Rewards, which is the rewards that you get for spending that amount of money. But Stampin' Up are offering an extra £20 this month. So if you spend £200 with me this month, make sure that my name is in the corner when you place your order. Do not use my current host code. Don't use the host code. And on checkout, you can choose for yourself £40 of freebies. All right, £40 of freebies. So if you normally would use a host code and you've got a £200 order to go in, don't use it. Okay. I mean, if you do use it, I will still send you a voucher, but unfortunately I can't guarantee you I will give you the extra £20 because it all gets thrown in a great big pot. So if you want the £20 to yourself, do not use the host code. Right, is there any other questions? Postage is a flat rate in the UK. Yes, was there a question about that? Oh, you're so sweet. I've been a hobby demonstrator for just over a year and I love it. I've made some wonderful friends all through this great adventures. Yeah, sweetheart, you're not a hobby demo. You are a demonstrator. Yeah, you've made some sales. So, yeah, in the Stampin' Up world, often you may hear of the term hobby demonstrator and business demonstrator. I tend to try not to lump people into certain categories. You're all demonstrators. When you sign on that dotted line, you have an agreement that you what's the word? You are a demonstrator. I'll come back to the postage thing. So some people do it for the discount because they just love paper crafting as a hobby. But actually, you're all important. You're all important to the grand scheme of things. So I think sometimes hobby demonstrators can feel that they're almost like second-class citizens. So I just treat everybody the same, you know. Right, sorry, Vanessa was saying you're disappointed that you have to pay postage. What do you mean? Pay postage for what? Your orders? You do not have to pay postage when you join up, and that's another perk, that when you join for the first time, when you order your kit, it's £99 and that is it. You get free postage. Now, when you order from Stampin' Up, it's £4.95 in Europe, and it is flat rate. You can order £1,000 of product and they will still only charge you £4.95, and I don't think that's terrible. I think that's really good. You know, and a fiver is generally what most companies charge nowadays. You know, and I think we get a little bit spoilt by like Amazon Prime, where, you know, you pay your flat rate and you get your free, you know, your free postage like that. You know, you can order this and that and whatever, and it all comes free. And I think, you know, Stampin' Up isn't Amazon. It's not that big a company. It still all costs money. So can you clarify what it is that you Oh no, Vanessa, no, in the UK it's £4.95 flat rate. In the States it's by how much you spend. So in the States, if you spend $100 worth of product, if you buy $100 worth of product, you spend $10 in postage. Yeah, that's that. Each region has had to figure out the fairest way to sort out their postage system. So I think sometimes the downside for us in the UK is that I think our prices are a little bit more elevated because we've had to pay for things to be shipped from America to here, whereas there are products that are made in America, so therefore they haven't had to pay the postage costs. So I do think that sometimes our prices are a little bit more elevated, but then £4.95, I just think fantastic. Okay, Sheila. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Vicky. Oh, thank you, Vicky, for clarifying that. Yes, as you know, I'm not an American demonstrator, so thank you for clarifying that one. I've also been a demonstrator for a year, and I love my upline and the rest of the team. They're so lovely. I love my discount. Fantastic. Yeah. Zoe says, I'm going to join up as a demonstrator this month. What was your favourite item from my pre-order? Oh, let me grab it and see. Oh, I can actually, no, I can tell you what that was. Straight off the bat. My favourite item from pre-order is not the stamp set, even though I do have, yeah. So I have like about 4 or 5 things that I would say were my favourites. But above all, as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted it and could not live without it. And it was the gold foil leaves and the gold foil, like the textures. I've got a box of them. I've taken them all apart already. Where did I put it? Well, it's not here, but yeah. Oh my goodness. Have you seen a catalogue, Zoe? Have you seen it? I cannot express to you how beautiful the gold things are. And I've recently rediscovered stenciling. Sheila Bomar, where has she gone? She was here a minute ago. She loves stenciling. And I think, let me get a piece of card. These beautiful laser cutouts, especially these 3 for stenciling. It's just stunning. So pretty. And even these other ones, like you can spritz over them and get this lovely effect. So if you check out my unboxing video, I have a little play. I just couldn't resist it. As soon as I was like, I've got to play with it. It was just so gorgeous. Yeah, that's a good question, Zoe. Now, I haven't publicly told people which one is my favourite in the catalogue, but yeah, maybe I should do a prize draw. If you can guess which one I will. I know some of you, I have told a few of you in a private conversation, so if I've told you, then please don't say anything. But there is one stamp set that I am absolutely busting to get. Gina asked a question. Hi, just came for a quick hello. I don't understand the offer for extra hostess bonus for June. Can't get through to Stampin' Up to ask. So the extra hostess offer is if you say were to have a party, if you're not a demonstrator, that is, if you were to have a party. So what I mean by party is not necessarily, you know, having people around to your house, but if you were to gather orders. So say you're somebody who has some crafty friends, then what you could do is ask your demonstrator, hey, could you organise a Facebook party for me? Or a YouTube party or something like that, where you would then say to your friends, hey, can you gather for this time of day, you know, on this Zoom or whatever it is. And if your friends place orders and the value of that order in the UK, I don't know what it is in the States, so you'll have to just check on that one. In the UK is if you get your order to £200, the total amount. So if a friend places an order for 20 quid, another places an order for 80, and another two for 50, then you will earn, normally you would earn £20 in freebies that you could then order from the catalogue. They don't just hand you £20 in cash, it's £20 in Stampin' Up freebies. This month, from the 3rd of June, not 1st and 2nd of June, the 3rd of June to the 30th of June, you will earn an extra £20. That's double. So you will earn £40 of freebies on a £200 party order. Now, if you're thinking of spending that amount just by yourself, then you will earn that £40 just for yourself. All right, Gina? Hope that answers your question. I don't know what it is. Actually, no, you're in Canada, aren't you? Yeah, I'm not sure what the figures are, I'm afraid. So you'll just have to double check on the demo site for that. It's all on the Demonstrator website if you are a demonstrator. So, right, any other questions? Oh, thank you, Honeybee. How long can we order from the old catalogue? You have until tomorrow, Vanessa. Till tomorrow. Let me just double check that. Today is the 1st, yeah. Oh, yesterday, I thought it was the 1st of June. And when I went live for church, I put in the 1st of June. So my mum then calls me at 10:25, you know, we're just about to go live and with church. And she calls me and goes, Ruth, you've got the wrong date. And I'm like, okay, Mum, thank you for calling. I've got to go now. And at this point, I can't change it. So I've changed it now. But yeah, thanks, Mum. You're awesome. Yeah, old catalogue tomorrow. So you have all tomorrow to place an order up till 2. Now, I always say about 10 p.m. Don't, yeah, because with the clocks and stuff, you don't want to, yeah, miss out. So I don't know, get it in before 9 p.m. tomorrow and you'll be okay. I'm placing an order tomorrow actually because there's some bundles that I think Liz who's watching, she wants a bundle that will not be a bundle on the 3rd. So literally she's going to save 10% by ordering it tomorrow as opposed to on Wednesday. So that's the perk of ordering on the 2nd. Jen would like to know if Forever Fern is your favourite. It's one of my favourites, Jen, but it's not the stamp set that when I first looked at the catalogue, I went, I've got to have it. And it wasn't in the pre-order. So I'm really looking forward to ordering it. Yeah, it wasn't in the pre-order, which is fine because I ordered some other beautiful stamp sets. So I've got Forever Fern, the bundle of, no, the jar of flowers that I used on that video just now. So, yeah. Oh, I found a, oh, is that a moth? Oh, I've got it. I don't believe it. Tasteful Touches, that's pretty fun. I'm enjoying using that. But Forever Fern, yeah, it's going to be one of my favourites because it goes so well with other things. It's just great. Oh, the peony, yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, the posy. Do you mean the peony posy, Sheila? Okay, any other questions? It can be artsy, craftsy. Is my favourite on page 82. Oh, look at you all. What do I do with my retiring stuff? Okay, I will answer that question. Let me check what's on page 82. I like it, but that's not the stamp set that I'm thinking about. Okay, so what do I do with my retiring stuff? So generally what I do is, because my customer base isn't massive, I mean, it has grown incredibly in the last 6 to 8 months, but I would say that I'm still at a point where I roughly know what my customers like. I kind of have my retired products. Actually, I'll show you at the moment. As soon as I find out what's retiring, I separate it all out. So this shelf here, or here, they contain retiring products. And so what I then do is, as I have conversations with my regular customers, either in face-to-face customers or online customers, you know, maybe the odd mess email or whatever, I will say to them, look, are there any favourites that you have from my retiring pile that you think you'd like? And generally, because I know that they're going to be placing orders with me, I just say you can have it as a gift, because I know. So in the past, what I would say is, okay, so if you spend, for example, £50 with me in June, you can have £50 of free product. So although that it's secondhand, obviously it's pre-loved. We say pre-loved. We don't say secondhand. So if a stamp set costs me £25, if somebody spends £25 with me in the coming new catalogue, then they can have that for free. So I actually have a little box already with people's names on it, where I've had private conversations with people, and they said, oh, yeah, I would really love to have such and such, and do you have such and such? So I've already got a little box that I'm putting things in for people. And then once I've gone through all my customers and everyone's had what they want to have, then I sell off. So each year it's different. This year it's going to be very different because I can't see people face to face. So in the past, at one of my events where I'm seeing people face to face, like I used to organise things called Bring Your Own Days. It's like a crop. I would just lay everything out and people could come and either place an order for the same value and get a free stamp set, or I would sell stuff off. So if you would like to purchase any secondhand stuff, give me about a month or so. Like, I wouldn't start just selling stuff off until about July or August, until all my customers have had a chance to pick out what they would like. So far it kind of goes quite well. Vanessa, if there is a stamp set that you've seen me use and you know is retiring, then please email me about it, because what I can do is just set it aside with your name on, and then if you place an order for the same value of that next month, I'll just send it to you for free as a thank you. That's what I do, because as a demonstrator, it's kind of pointless me holding on to it. I can't demonstrate with it. So I mean, I will probably keep favourites. Like, I will tell you now, Pop of Petals will not be on that list. So if you want Pop of Petals, you better buy it now, because I'm keeping Pop of Petals. Yeah. What else will I be keeping? Actually, I don't think there's anything else I would say I definitely want to keep. Possibly hold on to hope, but I think that's because the dies are useful. It's got the cross on it, and oh, thank you, Neverana. Thank you, sweetheart. It's the lippy. It makes all the difference. Oh, and a pretty dress. This is a. If anyone likes Laura Ashley, this is a Laura Ashley dress. Oh, the label one. Oh, yes. Actually, nobody's asked me for that one yet. Yeah, I'd be tempted to hold on to it, but I just hope that Stampin' Up will come out with something. Label Be Bold. Yeah, it hasn't got a name on it at the moment, Vanessa. I can put your name on it. Yeah, so sorry, I should also say that I've actually asked my customers to give me a list, so that of like 3 or 4 or 5, because I want to make sure that every customer gets at least one stamp set they really would like from me. So they might give me, yeah, a list of 3, and I'll just try and make sure they get at least the one. So Vanessa, okay, Vanessa Bridge. There we go, done. See, perks of being my customer. So, any other questions? I've come to the conclusion that with my hoarded retired, I will never part with my coffee stamps. Really? Coffee? Actually, it's funny because I've recently got into drinking coffee, and I think I am starting to have an inkling of an understanding of the obsession that I notice in other people who like coffee. Like, for many years, I've seen people who use the coffee stamps and gone, why would you want a cup of coffee on a card? It's a drink. But actually, now I've got into it, I'm like, oh. Now, I don't drink a lot. At the moment, I tell you what I'm doing is I get up and I make myself an espresso. So I make a big, I have a big cup of water, and then I have like a smaller cup of espresso, and that's what I start my day with at the moment. And then I try not to eat until lunchtime because I've put on weight. I looked at myself the other day and went, it's not good. So last night I was on the bike crocheting. What's going on? Special occasion, is it? Lipstick, have we? I know, Esther, look. Well, I thought I would do a face-to-face and just answer everyone's like burning questions. You love the smell of coffee, but can't drink it. Oh, I have many friends who buy your coffee cards for their coffee clubs. That's what I need to get into, a coffee club. That's so cool, Wanda. I have 99% of the stamps I've purchased since 1994. Well, you're what is known as a collector. Yeah, you're a collector. That's fine. Everyone is welcome at the Stampin' Up table. Right, please let me know if I've missed any questions. Kay's been very good tonight. Kay, you deserve a medal for keeping on top of all these questions. Are there any other questions? You'll struggle to let artisan textures go. Yeah, artisan textures has been good to me. Gallery grunge is another one. I've really enjoyed using both of those, but we've got a fabulous one to come. That's what another one that's going to be on my list. First thing on the 3rd, the Textured Essentials on page 136. I like that one. I even like the wood grain one on page 137 as well. Don't you like my question about the website? Sorry, Vanessa, I think I missed that. I'll just go back and have a look what your question was. Sometimes I don't notice questions, Vanessa. Sorry, it's not personal. Oh, do I find it easier? Yes and no. 3. That's not bad tonight. Yes and no. I like the... have you used the new website yet, Vanessa? Yeah, there are some aspects of it which I think are nicer. The layout is nicer. The ability to... Oh, I like the ability to what's called quick shop. So if you search for something and the image comes up for your product, or there's like like it's in grids, you can do what's called quick shop, where you just like literally add it to your basket immediately. That I think is really great. So you don't have to, do you remember with the old system, well, the current system for you have to click on the product, then add it to your basket. With this system, you can just add it straight to your basket. Now in the UK, I would say what's a little bit frustrating, and I'm not quite sure, I think it just needs some tweaking. What I find frustrating is that because the French and German and some of the Dutch sets are available to us all, which is great, and I think the more the merrier, that's really helpful. When you search for something, you will get... we might get like all 4 of those stamp sets pop up, the images pop up, but they're all the 4 different versions. Now Stampin' Up have done it that we can choose what language we want to see it in. There are still bugs. All I would say is that every time you come across a bug, contact Stampin' Up. Yeah, you know, contact them and tell them, because I think with anything new, there's always a period of frustration that we will go through as either demonstrators or users of the platform. And also Stampin' Up have got to do more development as well. So I would say that if you do find it frustrating, stick to using your catalogue. You know, encourage customers to just have their catalogue at hand, and maybe just use the website to place the order, but just search for everything with the item numbers or the key phrases if they find it too frustrating, because I think there's just a whole process that one has to go through just to learn a new way of using something. You know, it's like when Facebook do their upgrades, or, you know, even YouTube. Okay, so if you're a YouTube channel creator, you may have noticed that YouTube have changed as well. They've gone to beta, which is the same system. So a lot of people have fought against the changes on YouTube. You know, Blogger has just changed. PicMonkey, those of you who use PicMonkey, me and Esther spoke to me the other day, we're like, oh, I want to use the old PicMonkey. And I've been saying that to my husband. My husband's been getting used to using the new PicMonkey. And the other day I was like, how do I save something? And he went, it automatically saves. And I went, oh, okay. My friend queued for an hour last week just to get a latte from Starbucks. Why? Is the bundle deal just in the UK? No, Marcel, it's across the board. Across the board. You haven't had a latte for 3.5 months. You mean from a shop? I'm surprised you don't have a machine, Wendy, and you make it yourself. I have a really basic espresso machine that I picked up in a charity shop for £10. The only problem is, in the last few months, the little frother spout thing broke off, so I can't froth my milk anymore. And what else broke? Oh, I managed to smash my little glass carafe. And it cost me more money to replace the carafe than the actual machine cost me. So I just use it to make my espressos now. Can I see the catalogue on the website on the 3rd? Yes, you can. Has Julie not sent you one, Zoe? Get on to Julie to send you one. Yes, I've had a look at Oh, a separate milk frother. Yeah, I know. I think eventually I'll probably just get a whole new machine that will do the both again. But I'll wait until the charity shop's open. I'm not in a rush. If I have to, I just use my cafetiere. But yeah. Oh, hasn't she, Zoe? Oh, okay. Do you want me to send you one? Maybe she's keeping them as a special surprise. Yeah, but from the 3rd, you can see the new catalogue. Yeah. And also, if you would rather just have it on a PDF, you'll be able to just look at a PDF copy. So you can like download it for your tablet or your PC or whatever, and just have it like, just look at it as pages. So that's another option if you find the website a little bit frustrating. Okay, any other questions? So if you're joining expecting some stamping, sorry, I'm not doing that tonight. There was a video that I released at 6 o'clock this evening, and also there were lots of links to other hoppers in the UK. So it was a video hop. Esther took part, Janice took part, Trisha, Ema, Heidi. I'm trying to remember all the names of the different ladies. Oh, I should look it up. But I miss Laura Ashley. I bought this probably about 8 years ago, I think, and I bought it secondhand. Yeah, I bought it secondhand, and it's a maxi dress. It's really quite long, so it's quite dense, the pattern here, but then the pattern on the skirt is quite large. So you saw my video. You like number 1, that one. It turned out so pretty. Yeah, really pretty. Actually, Esther's got that, what's that stamp set with all the really lovely flowers in it? And I was I really liked it, she really liked it, but because she knew that I hadn't got it, she went ahead and bought it. Because sometimes, you know, obviously she likes to create things that I can't create, because then, you know, we're doing something different. And I was really torn about it because I thought, oh, I really like it. But I think I can live without it now. I've got this stamp set. Oh, what's it called? It's got all those lovely flowers you colour in. Right, can you wave a magic wand and get Stampin' Up to South Africa? Oh, Daphne, I'm afraid that's beyond my pay scale. I'm a humble demonstrator. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah. You can only download as a demonstrator, can't you? The PDF, yes. The PDF is only available as a demonstrator. And please, if you are a demonstrator, do not share it with anybody. Please. Okay, I have been hearing the most horrific stories of people being asked and offered money for the PDFs. And sad to say, this is a way that a lot of these companies who pirate Stampin' Up products, this is how they get hold of the images before they're available even to customers. So I know it might seem like an absolute pain when Stampin' Up says, please do not share the PDF. It's for a really, really valid reason, so please don't do it. Can we all email with the idea for her? Oh, hold on, I need to read about the question before that. Hi, Ali. I've worn out Laura Ashley dresses, worn them to death. You can only Sorry, was there a previous question, Vanessa? Sorry, can you repeat the question? I think I've missed one, and about South Africa. Yes, we can sandbox requests for expansion to South Africa. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to using our new system here tomorrow, Carol, says Carol. You'll get used to it, Carol. Yeah, just take your time with it. Yeah, maybe just give yourself 5 minutes a day for the next week, because I think you have to accept there's going to be a level of frustration, and also there's going to be a learning curve. And I think in any situation where you're having to learn things new and you still want to be able to walk away from it satisfied, I'd say set a time limit. Just say, you know what, I'm just going to go and literally set a timer. Go, I'm going to go on for it for 5 minutes just to see if I can find, I don't know, an ink pad or whatever it is. Or I tell you what is fun. Well, you can do this on the old website, but you can type in a colour. Actually, no, on the new website, they have a colour palette on the side. And you can click on one of the colours and all the products that colour will come up. There we go. That's a good positive. Why would they allow anyone to download the PDF when demonstrators have to buy the catalogues? Because the PDFs become available before the catalogues. PayPal, yes. I know that particularly in Germany, there is a real problem with people owning credit cards or debit cards. And I know that it has been talked about because in different areas, there's a different culture around money and the use of it and that kind of thing. So yes, I'm not sure about the whole PayPal thing. I don't know whether it's because there's a security issue with making sure that the money has transferred. Ruth, someone said anyone can download the PDF after the 3rd of June. Yes, they can. Yeah, but if someone, it's to do with copyright. So because on these catalogues it says valid from the 3rd of June, it's to do with copyright law. Like, so these images are copyrighted from the 3rd, I think. My downline, who's a graphic designer, kind of explained it to me. She said it's to do with copyright. So I please don't take what I'm saying as the absolute truth, because I'm just telling you what I heard secondhand. So yeah. Thank you, Kay. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, it's to do with when the images in their entirety have been revealed. If they're revealed before the 3rd, yeah, I don't quite understand it, but that's what the thing is. Stampin' Up ask us to do things sometimes and not to do things sometimes, and I think I get a little bit frustrated when demonstrators think that those rules don't matter, and actually they really, really do matter. They're not there just because Stampin' Up's just like a parent that just wants to kind of go, I want to control you. You know, Stampin' Up have to make these decisions very carefully. I'm not saying they get everything right all the time. You know, they you know, there are times where perhaps, you know, there are manufacturing issues or whatever, and they've had to come back and go, you know what, sorry guys, this isn't working, and we got to pull a line or whatever it is. Or we misjudged a timing, or we misjudged this or whatever, and they're very good at apologizing in the future, you know, if that happens. But they do set out very plainly some certain rules, and yet they are broken. What can you do? PayPal would be fab, yes. Do you keep many retired stamps? Yes, Marcel, I have got 3 drawers, which I am going to go through every year when I get to this time of year where I've got stuff retiring that I think, ooh, I want to move that to my drawer. Mind you, this year is only about one thing, so that's not too bad. I can show you my retired drawer if you want me to. What's the question? Would be a good for fixed income older customers. Is that PayPal, Bev? Now, there's nothing to stop you as a demonstrator. If you're a demonstrator, you can accept PayPal from your customers. That's not a problem. I have a PayPal account, and occasionally people want to pay me by PayPal for products, and that's fine. The only word of caution I would say is make sure that if they're paying by a PayPal e-check, that it's cleared, the funds are completely cleared into your account before you place the order for them. I think with PayPal, you're generally safe. You know, once somebody's paid you and you can see that money in your account, then yeah, you can go ahead. So if you do have customers that do struggle, then offering PayPal to them may be an option. Obviously, you do have to pay a small fee, but on the whole, I sometimes think that the convenience of being able to accept a payment for the customer's convenience actually outweighs the small percentage that you lose. So I use PayPal, and I also use a system called SumUp. So I sometimes do stalls, craft stalls, and I found it's really helpful to be able to offer a service where people can pay by credit card or debit card. And so the system I have, I'm able to have SumUp on my phone. So if I'm at a class and a lady says, oh, I want to order something and can I pay for it now, I'd rather say yes, to help be convenient to that person. So I will just literally type the numbers into my phone and take the payment. So yes, I do have to pay a fee for that, but again, it's, you know, I'd rather be helpful and convenient for my customers. Oh, take care, honeybee. You're welcome. Hi, Miriam. Finally, I got to a live. Oh, welcome, welcome. So I'm sorry it's not stamping today. It's ask me a question. That's my issue. If we want to be part of a company, state regulations to be followed, it speaks of our integrity or the lack thereof when we go against the rules. Absolutely, Wanda. Yeah. I think when it comes to that, yeah, I could go away and get very frustrated with the people who don't abide, but I think I just try and make sure I run my business with integrity. You know, that's, you know, you just be the example, you know, and I'm a great believer in, you know, doing things in a right way and being blessed for it. So, you know, that's, yeah. Don't use the Marie Kondo method, as they all spark. I do use the Marie Kondo method, and they all spark joy. I bought stamps for 16 years, and she's kept. Yes, Hilda was telling me all about her stamp sets, and she was saying how, yeah, she just, you know, keeps them all. Yes, says Bev. Is that yes to PayPal or yes to you want to see my retired stamps? Thank you, Kay. Yeah. So if anyone's got any questions that they don't really want to ask in public, that's fine. Obviously, as long as they're around being a Stampin' Up demonstrator and crafting and paper crafts and that kind of stuff, then that's great. Am I going to curl my punches? That's a good question, Wendy. I should do, really, because the space that I have to keep them is getting smaller. Like, I've got them on a shelf right now, and I've got space for about maybe 4 or 5. So, yeah, I might have to. Like, I need to look at them and go, okay, what have I not used for a while? So, like, I haven't used, do you remember the triangle bunting one? I've not used that for such a long time. Oh, the lemon punch. Not used that for a while. What else? Yeah, I think I might have to, Wendy, yes. Who else had a question? Vanessa had a question. If you sell stuff to people, do Stampin' Up send directly to them, or do you have to send it? That's your choice, Vanessa. So sometimes if someone who doesn't live near me, so I would have to post, you know, the item would have to be posted to get to them. If they are ordering, I don't know, one stamp set, you know, literally one stamp set. One stamp set in the UK would fit into one of these envelopes, and it would only cost me to post it, I don't know, £1. I don't know, I want to say about £1.50. Okay, so look, I'll put it in here, and as long as I can fit it through this space, which I can, okay, the price is not very much. Also in the UK, I can send a small parcel, which is bigger than this, you know, but up to 2 kg. I can send that for £3.10. So if someone says to me, if I know that they are on a tight budget and saving £2 is actually really valuable to them, then I will say, look, if you don't want to spend the £4.95 postage, then and it's only a small item, if it's just one stamp set and you don't want to spend £4.95 on postage for that, I'll order it in and I'll post it to you, but you just pay me the postage. But if they live, well, sorry, yeah, if they live far away, plus they're ordering quite a lot of product, then I don't offer that. I just don't mention it. I just say it's £4.95 postage, because, you know, what's the point of it costing me £6 to post them something when they could have had it sent to them for £4.95? But with your situation in Vanessa, your situation in Australia may be different because your postage system is different. So you'll have to do the maths on that one, my darling, because I can't speak to that one. I love the grandkids making things from punch shapes. Their imagination is amazing. Yes, yeah. Thank you. 164 first class. There we go. I never pay first class. I always pay second. But yeah, so is that about 140 Caravan Crafter to post one thing? Yeah. Hi, Jenny. So I'm doing a Ask What You Want session. I'm nearly coming up to an hour, so I appreciate that's quite a while for me to keep talking. But if you have any other questions, then now the punches behind me, they are all current, and they are all staying, so they stay on there. So all my current punches stay there, and all my retired punches go on a shelf. And I've got some retired punches here that I need to decide. See, one punch I won't get rid of. It's my beloved leaf. You're still going to see this leaf, I think, for a little while. What's the best way for me to order so I get the best benefit? Oh, that's such a kind question, Ali. You're such a sweetheart. Okay, so the best way for me to benefit is if you place an order online and you use the host code. That's all I ever ask. Yeah, use the host code. Yeah. Take care, Marcel. Thank you for joining me. Love the punches. That's Vanessa. Love the punches. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Ali, just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. So does anyone want a little clarification to do with how could I do that? What's that? What are you asking, Liz? Yes, I can show you my retired. Well, I'll show you one of my retired drawers. I will show you the retired drawer with the images in. I have one retired drawer that's mainly sentiments. Liz, I didn't catch the whole of your... Oh, for me to benefit? No, my darling, because I don't mind ordering for you because you live locally. So I'd rather save you the £4.95 and let you spend that on a stamp or whatever whatever it is you want. And then I get the host code money, and then I just give you a voucher for what you spend. Now, because of lockdown, how I treat my customers has kind of changed a little bit with my local ones. So if we were still having classes, which is what Liz falls into this category, you see, when customers come to my classes, if they spend £45, is it 45 or 40? I can't remember what I used to do now. I think it's 45. If they spent £45 with me, they wouldn't get a voucher for freebies. They would just get their class for free. So if they were to get a voucher, it would have come to the value of £4.50. And I know that a lot of my ladies would rather have a class for free because that's £10. Okay, so my local ladies were getting quite a nice little incentive, But because lockdown's now happened, even my local ladies who spend with me now, they get a voucher. So Liz has had a voucher from me for spending with me in the last couple of months. So, but what happens is when you guys use a host code, I get the Stampin' rewards, you see. So I'm just passing on to you guys what Stampin' Up give to me. So, right. Do you want to see what's in here? Was there another question? Sorry. I'm the same. I love to save local customers money. Yeah, absolutely. Where is the host code and how long do they last? The host code is on my artfulstampin.co.uk blog, and it's on the left hand side. So if you're viewing my blog on a phone, you need to scroll to the bottom and say view blog as web page. Because if you're viewing my blog just as if it's on a phone, you won't have the additional information pop up. And if you follow my Artful Stampin page, I try, I say the word try because sometimes I forget. So if I do forget, please just message me. I try and put it at the top of my Artful Stampin page every month so that it's there for you just to grab. But if for some reason it doesn't work or you can't find it, just message me and I will message you straight away with the code. Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, how long do they last? I set them up at the end, usually at the end of the month, I set up a new one and it lasts for about a month. But occasionally I will close a code in the middle of the month and then reopen a new one. So usually there's always a host code going. Yeah, there's never a point where I don't have one. And if for some reason you forget to use it, as long as you've shopped with me, so please, please, please. Oh, Vanessa, I will come back to, I need to make a point to you in a second. Please do make sure that when you check out, you can actually see my name at the top corner. Right, with a warning with the new website, Vanessa, if a customer doesn't choose any demonstrator, Stampin' Up will just assign a random demonstrator to that person. So I think there may have been some glitches, or with the new system, for example, I will message you privately about that one, Caravan Crafter, because it's a little bit convoluted, that question, unless somebody else wants me to answer it and I need to explain it now. What, says Vanessa? Oh, hold on, Vanessa Bridge, why are you asking me what? I thought it was Vanessa Australia. Vanessa asking me what? What are you saying what to, Vanessa Bridge? Vanessa, sorry, Vanessa in Australia, not Vanessa Bridge I'm talking to now. So Vanessa in Australia, who's a demonstrator, and any demonstrators who are about to experience the new website, you need to really go through with your demonstrators how it's important to make sure that your name is coming up before they check out. I've had a customer recently who thought she was shopping with me, and then realised that she hadn't shopped with me because another demonstrator contacted her and said, oh, thank you for shopping with me. And it wasn't me, it was somebody else. Yeah, you get a random host. Yeah, so you have to, so Vanessa Bridge, when you shop with me, make sure my name is at the top. Because what can happen is that, say you were scrolling through Pinterest and you clicked on a picture and it took you to somebody, a demonstrator's website, your computer will remember the cookie that was attached to that person's website. So it could be that next time you check out your Stampin' Up account, it will be that demonstrator's information that it will save, not the demonstrator you normally shop with. Now, this is slightly overcome if they're using a host code, because that host code is attached to you as a demonstrator. So that's a way of making sure that that happens. But there's also the ability with the new website for people to not actually have to log in and create an account. They can log out as a guest. So that's can confuse things a little bit, because again, if they're just logging in as a guest and the last demonstrator they clicked on was somebody else, not you, then that information is stored on their computer. So there needs to be some education amongst your customers about this. And I have kind of mentioned it a little bit to my customers on YouTube lives and things like that. But if any of my customers, if you've still got questions about it, please contact me. Right, Esther, are you going to do some training with Anne-Marie? Ah, right, thank you, Esther. There we go. That's a short answer. I've got another moth. I'm so sorry about this. Embarrassing. Yeah, so Anne-Marie, create a workshop order, and when you create a workshop order, you click on a button that says create a host code, and it creates a host code. But then make yourself the host for that party. Okay, right, let's quickly. Stippled Blossoms. This is all my retired stuff. Now Say It With Scriptures is a stamp set that I ended up ordering off eBay from America. I bought this stamp set, it might not be in its entirety, it might have been just a few of them off eBay before I was a demonstrator, and I love them a lot, but then I ended up lending them to somebody and not getting them back. So every so often I'd go on eBay and I'd search for, you know, this I mean, it's been a while. 1998 it says on here, or 6. Can't see what it says. Anyway, it's a very old stamp set, and it's called Say It With Scriptures, and it's just got some really lovely little Bible verses. I really like it. Oh, kind of eclectic. I haven't used it for a while, but I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. It's the sun that I love in these leaves. I might get rid of it. You never know. Hi, Neverana. Bye, Neverana. Oh, I thought I was going to get it then. Okay. Gorgeous grunge. French foliage. If anyone has this and wants to make some money, sell it on eBay. Just saying. Timeless textures. Oh, now this was the first stamp set I ever bought as a Stampin' Up customer of a active demonstrator, and it was my the lady who was my upline for a few years. Baby Blossoms. Isn't it adorable? Like, why? We need another Baby Blossoms. So it was 2-step stamping, and you could stamp that one on top of that one on top of that one, and I think these two went together as well. Possibly actually those 3. Oh, wasn't it, Jenny? Were you a demonstrator when this was around? Oh. And to me it just reminded me of Kath Kidston. Oh, such a beautiful set. And we've not had one since. Now, Rose Wonder is in here, although I have a customer who I had said that she can have it, but I'm borrowing it. It was a customer of mine who, it was when it retired, she wanted it. So I said, oh yeah, you can have that one. But I've ended up keeping it in my stash. So yeah, Rose Wonder. It was just a really lovely stamp set. And it's also got some great sentiments. And it's also got the Isaiah 41 verse 10 as well. So. Now Magical Day, I have to say, I wouldn't say it's my favourite. I don't know if you probably can't see the design of it. But it's got a mermaid, a knight, a wizard, a dragon, and a unicorn. And I kind of keep hold on. 121 is all I'm saying. I'm keeping hold of this because my kids are into D&D, Harry Potter, they quite like, fantasy books and all that kind of thing. And so I'm like, I'll just hold on to... Oh, are you, Anne-Marie? Is that what you're saying, is it? Okay, we'll see. So I'm kind of holding on to it. I wouldn't say it's a favourite stamp set. Isaiah 41:10 is a good scripture under the present circumstances. You know what? Amen, sister. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. Righteous right hand. Speak soon, Liz. So excited for you. You're going to have some new goodies soon. Sheila's back. Right, Petite Petals. Oh, I don't know why that's on there. Yeah, I'm thinking I might get rid of that one. I might get rid of that one because we've got some other little stamps coming. Oh, although they are just really pretty stamps. There's nothing else like them. They are gorgeous. Beautiful bunch. Still got the punch for that one. Mixed bunch. And I'll tell you a second why I keep hold of some of these flower ones. Now this one is not mine. I've borrowed this off a friend. It's the French... No, it's not French. It's called Postcard. And I borrowed it to create vintage postcards for an event that I did. So I borrowed it off her. Oh, hardwood. Oh, love this one. Although there is a stamp in the new catalogue that might replace that one for me. Oh, now this one I'm not getting rid of. En Français. En Français was this beautiful script, all over script stamp. Just beautiful. Cindy says, I got it. I'd love to know what it means. Je embarrassais l'aube d'être. Rien me bougeait encore au front au palais. Les combes de ombres. Oh no, that's Spanish. What am I saying? Anyone speak French? Hold on, what? Hold on. Is this the retired but I'm keeping drawer? Yeah, this is this is the stuff I've kept over the last few years. I've still got Peaceful Noel, but I think I may get rid of it. There might be a couple of stamps missing from it though. Oh, this Just Perfect Alphabet. Love it. It's a classic enough font to do personalized cards, but the font size is fantastic. It's small enough that you can fit into like a 1/2 inch circle. So what I tend to do is I'll stamp them and then punch out the letters and then just stick the name on with the, on a circle. Just absolutely classic. Yeah, I probably will never get rid of this because it's so useful. Every so often, I think they're just classic stamp sets that come out that are just so helpful. Hold on to them. Now, for each person, helpful is different. So just because it's helpful to me, it might not be helpful to you. Now this was another stamp set that I ordered again from the States. It was called, it's a retired set. Oh, it doesn't have what it was called now. But it's got, again, some sort of scripture-y, they're not actual scriptures, but they're more religious sort of sounding ones, like, may God's love heal your sorrow, may his peace replace your heartache with warm and loving memories. Today is God's gift to you. Each day you are God's gift to me. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, so it's just sort of slightly more Christian ones. Large letter dies. I'll never part with those, says Wendy. How long have I been a demonstrator? I'm coming up to my 8th birthday. I think it's this month, actually. I think my birthday is this month. I will double check. What else have I got here? Now this is one that I bought that I think I'm going to be... I bought this second hand in the UK. It's got a pirate theme and a princess, but I bought it for some little friends of mine. So, heard good saying yesterday, if you want your life to be sweet, don't be bitter. Oh, good night. Thank you for joining. Right, I think I'm probably going to go. Is that all the questions? If you do have a question, if you're watching this on the replay and you have a question for me, please do type it in the comments and I will try to answer them. As you can probably tell, I try to be super duper honest about stuff. So, as you know, obviously as it can. Nice to tune into one of your lives from just down the road in Newtown. Hi, Donna. Yes, I think I not messaged you, but I introduced myself to you on, there was some demonstrator thing and I went hiya and you went, yay, down the road. Oh, really lovely to meet you, Donna. Great. Hopefully when this is all over, we keep saying that, when this is all over, we can have a meet-up. I have a downline in Newtown, Donna. So, great to meet you. Right, someone asked me how long I've been a demonstrator, and I will quickly check. Okay, so anything else? Anything? You're great. Grateful to have found you. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. That's really kind. Hello, goodbye, lol. Hi, Christine. Oh, does anyone know the size of the new letter dies? I can find out for you. While I'm looking, type any other questions. Oh, Wendy March, are you pleased about the new the coffee dies? The coffee and the, is it called Nothing's Better Than, with the chocolate? It says love you more than coffee, chocolate, those ones. Oh, now why can't I see the letter dies? That's a bit odd. Are they not listed at the back? I think I know where to find them in the catalogue, but they're not listed in the back. They're part of that really sort of bright bundle, aren't they? It's got quite a few sort of shapes and things to it, hasn't it? That bundle. I'll find it. Here we go. It's called It's in the Playing with Patterns suite, isn't it? Page 178. Gosh, how do I not see that? Right in front of me. I know, right in front of me. Largest die, 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 by 3/4, or if you're using centimetres, 1.9 by 1.9. Yeah, that's quite a nice little set. And what I like about it is they've doubled up on the A, the E, the I, the L, the N, the O, the P, R, S, T. Yeah, they've doubled up on certain letters, which is really helpful. And they've got the umlauts and the caps and the what's it called with the little squiggle under the C? Yeah, that is a good little alphabet set, isn't it? It's very modern though, not everyone would like it. Depends if you mean her room, size of the bit she works on her table. How big is my crafting space? Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean, Anne-Marie? My room is about 4 meters by 6 or 7. No, it can't be. It's more than 6 or 7 meters. Might be 5 by 10. I don't know. But I have a lot packed in here. I have stuff in here that's not just paper crafting and Stampin' Up. It's other crafts. So yeah. Oh, my birthday is on the 9th of June. Oh, and it's 9 years. Oops. So I joined in 2011. So this year it's 9 years. Not right, isn't it? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 9 years on the 9th of June. There we go. Room size for storage of all her retired stuff. I know. But no, that's just one. That's one drawer. And then I have another drawer of Stampin' Up stuff. And then another half a drawer, I'd say. Some of it is not Stampin' Up. Oh no. Cedilla is the funny dangly bit under the sea. Oh no, Esther, what have I gone and done? What have I gone and said now? You have a halo. I know, the light. Yeah, I know, that's why I keep moving my thing around. So, Cedilla. And it has numbers, says Margaret. Yep, it does. Right, so do you guys want to know which Stampin' Up stamp? We do have somebody who got the right answer. I'll find it again. Yes, you are correct. Page 121. The stamp set is called, I can't show it to you, I'm afraid, but the stamp set is called All Things Fabulous. And it's a photopolymer one. And it has 3 main flowers, but they're like 3-step stamping. So yeah, and for me it reminds me a little bit of Stippled Blossoms. It's not like Stippled Blossoms at all, but in that it's a flower. But I just there's something about the shape of it I really like, and I think it's because it kind of lends itself to a very kind of watercolor feel to it. So, and it's got leaves, it's got stems, it's got 1, 2, 3 big leaves, little stems, little buddy things. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it. So yes, Anne-Marie, well done. You're the winner. I haven't got any, there's no prize. You just have the satisfaction of knowing you were right. Oh, have you? Okay, Anne-Marie. You and I both then. We'll have to do something. Have to challenge each other. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Right. I think that is it. That's it for tonight, guys. Thank you for being so lovely and asking me questions, and I hope I've answered them. And please do, yeah, please do comment in the section below if you've got any other comments. So there we go. And if you haven't seen the vlog hop from earlier today, please do go and check that out. You probably need a good 2 hours to sit and watch all the videos, because there was quite a few of us that took part in it, and there are various length of videos. I haven't got round all of them. Diolch yn fawr, Wendy. I haven't got round all of them yet, so I'm going to go and do that now. Yes, I will continue with my colour challenges, Vanessa. Yes, I can do another one tomorrow. At least 2 hours. Yeah, yeah. Have you been looking at it? Have you been on the hop? Oh, 120. Yeah. Yes. You know what? The stamp set on 120. Is that Wanda who said that? I want it for the branches. I've got this bit of a joke going on with some of my friends that, yeah, I just want that one for the branches. There we go. It's because I'm going to miss it so much. Oh, go rest, sweetheart. Go rest. Yeah. Right, lots of love to you all. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow with another colour challenge. So if you haven't completed the last one, we've had quite a few entries for, not entries, it's not a competition, it's just people would like to have a go doing them. And yeah, there's been a few people having a go with it. And oh my goodness, I still can't get over how pretty that feather one turned out. Just so pretty. So yeah, do go and watch it if you haven't seen it. Right, have I missed any comments? Take care, guys. Take care. Bye.